Guys, it's Emily, and today I'm here to bring you a book haul. I have not done a book haul in like a long time, mostly because I don't buy books that much, because I tend to get them at the library because, I work at the library and I want to support them. But I finally acquired enough books to make 2 videos. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the books I acquired January, February, and March, and then in the next one I'm going to show you the ones I've acquired in April and May. I got 8 books to show you in this video, so let's just get right into it. The first book I want to mention, I actually got off my mom's bookshelf. I was looking for another book to use at a Bible study, and I found this one, and I took it, and I'm going to read it. And it's called Gift from the Sea, and it's by Anne Morrow Lindbergh, and it's sort of her manifesto for motherhood and womanhood. And I've actually started this twice. I read the first 2 chapters twice, and never gotten past that. I don't know why. It's so short. You think I could read it in like a day if I felt like it. I'm having a hard time relating because, I'm not a mother yet, and I don't know. I'm gonna keep working on it though. And this book is actually really old. It's the 1991 edition, and it has our address from Missouri in it, and we moved to Texas in 1998, and so it's an old book. And my mom actually said after I finish reading it, she's probably going to give it away because she hasn't read it in a long time and she doesn't think she's ever going to reread it. So yeah, I'm going to eventually get to this someday. Yeah. The next few books are books that my mom got for Christmas and then read and then passed on to me after she was done reading them. The first one is The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. And all I know about this book is that it's narrated by a dog. And my mom actually said that kind of put her off the book. She didn't enjoy it. So I don't know how I'll feel about it, but I'll let you know when I finish with it. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be pretty sad though, because I think I read like the first few pages of it after she gave it to me, and the dog's like really old, and he's like sick or something. It's gonna make me cry. Oh, well, I'm gonna read it though. I'm gonna power through it. Next one that my mom got for Christmas and then passed on to me after she was finished with it was Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. And all I know about this one is it's like a dual perspective book about like a boat wreck or something in World War II. Like, I think the boat might get hit by torpedoes and sank or something, or I might be making that up, but it's like 4 different narrators, each from a different country, and they're all on this one boat, and I think something tragic happens, and I'm pretty sure it's like a boat crash or a wreck or sunk or something happens. Anyway, and it's a YA novel, and it's really well known, and it won the Goodreads Choice Award for young adult fiction, I believe. So I'm looking forward to, well, maybe not looking forward to, it's probably not the right term, but I think it's going to be an engaging read, and yeah, it sounds like it's a really sad but beautiful story. Next book in a plot twist is actually a book my dad got for Christmas and then gave to me after he finished reading, and that is Boy by Roald Dahl. And this is his memoir of growing up in England. And actually, long story, but my dad got Going Solo by Roald Dahl for Christmas last year, and that's his memoir about flying jets in like the Air Force during World War II, or maybe it was World War One. World War One, I believe. And anyway, he enjoyed that one so much that this past Christmas my mom got him Boy. And I actually have not read Going Solo because I'm being weird and I want to read them in chronological order. So I'm going to read Boy and then I'm going to read Going Solo, which my brother has right now. But actually, at my library, we have like the extended edition of this because apparently it was re-released after this copy was released. And so I think I might actually get the extended version and not read this one. But we'll see. I'm still keeping it though, just in case I decide to read this. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this one sometime soon. The book is For the Love, Fighting for Grace in a World of Impossible Standards by Jen Hatmaker. And this is a book that my mom bought because a lot of her friends really like Jen Hatmaker. And so she read her book 7, Jen Hatmaker's book 7. And I've read 7 as well, but I read it a few years ago. And then after she bought 7 and read it, she bought this one. And this one I think is the one that's Jen Hatmaker is well known for, and I'm not sure what it's about. I know that she's a mom and she writes about motherhood, but it's also like humor based as well, and so I don't know too much about this, but I'm looking forward to getting to this. And this one's on my TBR for 2017 for the A to Z set challenge for the letter F. So I am planning to get to this one in 2017. Next book is Bibliotech. Why Libraries Matter More Than Ever in the Age of Google by John Palfrey. I heard about this one on Library Thing in one of the discussion boards. And of course, as I've mentioned before, I work in a library and I love libraries and I want to basically spend my whole life in libraries if possible. And, I always get that question from people who are like, do libraries still matter? And are you sure you want to devote your life to working on something that might go out of business pretty soon? And I'm like, what? And so anyway, after I heard about this book on Library Thing, I figured I'd buy it and pick it up and read it and maybe get some better arguments for people who ask me that question so they won't stop asking me it. Because why? Why would you, okay, tangent, sorry. Why would you ask somebody who's obviously getting their Master of Library Science whether they think libraries are important? Obviously I do. Obviously. Okay, sorry. Tangent over. I just think that's a dumb question. Anyway, looking forward to this book. Yeah. Next two books I bought at a local bookstore in a town that's about 30 minutes away from my house, and I was down there for a concert, and I had always wanted to go to the used bookstore, and I ended up buying two books there. The first book was Arthur Conan Doyle, A Life in Letters, and this is edited by John Lindenberg, Daniel Stashauer, and Charles Foley. And this has been on my TBR for a while, and so I decided I was going to buy it. And I love, Sherlock Holmes. I just finished reading it last year, and I love letters, as I've said multiple times. And I just find Arthur Conan Doyle really interesting, especially all of his work with all of his interest in the supernatural and interest in that fairy photograph where he thought they were real fairies and things like that. So I'm hoping that it'll be a combination of writing Sherlock Holmes and then a combination of his interest in the supernatural. So we'll see. I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to learning about the great mystery writer. Yeah. Then finally, at that same used bookstore that I bought Arthur Conan Doyle at, I bought Any Human Heart by William Boyd. I heard about this on Patty's channel, I Smell Books, or Patty's Book Nook, and of course she's not making videos anymore, but she mentioned this in a wrap-up a long time ago, and I just remember it was really intriguing, and I put it on my TBR, and I don't really remember what it's about, but I really like this cover. It's really artsy, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. Books I have to show you for now. I'll be back soon with my April and May book haul. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!